So our first starting hand is pretty interesting because we've gotten both of our faction accesses and we've gotten our signet ring. The way I like to play Ikaz is I try to get my diplomacies together and play them together so that my next turn I can play to a blue, green, or yellow space, and then I get to trash a card with his ability. So I start with Still Suits, get a water. Because Kwisatz is on the row, we decide to go Still Suits so we can set up for a possible research station. There's a chance that we actually get some spice here from this combat and set up for a maybe selective reading later on as well. Since Secrets was the only faction space available, that's where I choose to go. Helena picks up Worm Rider, so we're gonna have to be careful for the case that she hits 2-1 Fremen, so we have to know how many daggers she's gonna have. So we're gonna have to deck track her Worm Riders. Combat goes well, we pick up 2 Spice. Helena choosing to go full space here is very important because we know that her second action is going to be interstellar shipping. Therefore, even if we deploy one troop from this combat, we will be getting at least 2 Solari. We pick up 3 Spice at Basin because we have Machine Culture. And the techs on the row are pretty good because they have Invasion Ships. And with Invasion Ships, we could actually buy it with Machine Culture and instantly deploy the troops. That's why having Spice here is pretty important. We go to tech negotiation and pick up memo holders first, because we can get a bump in spacing and possibly stop Helena or Ariana from getting shipping access for at least one turn. And we're going to easily pick up 2 Solari because Helena went to interstellar shipping. If you're wondering why I did not pick up Shuttle Fleet instead, is because I want to actually go to Conspire with my Spice and then pick up my Swordmaster that way, instead of having to get passive Solari with Shuttle Fleet. We get lucky that Esmar Tuik shows up. Esmar Tuik is actually a pretty good card for Ikaz because he allows us to get 4 Spice and 4 Solari with just 1 reveal turn, as long as we reveal and then trash it with coordination. Now it's our turn. We actually have two spies to either go selective breeding or to go conspire for Swordmaster. With selective breeding, we actually have a chance of hitting Quizads. However, there is a small issue with that, because if Helena decides to play our Signet Ring and then take Quizad's Hatterite away from us, now we're left with nothing and no ability to get Swordmaster either. We go Conspire, and we pick up Staged Incident, a very good card. Especially now that we got two troops from Conspire, we can easily deploy them and get a point. We go to Carthag and deploy all three troops for Staged Incident. There's also a chance that we win this combat without even having to play Staged Incident, because people get scared of our three intrigues. Helena hits 8 and picks up Quizats herself. If we try to go for Quizats, we would not have gotten it, and we would have been left without a Swordmaster as well, making this a very rough game for us. However, we do get to pick up Guild Bank Raids. Guild Bank Raids, we do not know what it does, allows us to reveal it, and it makes Spice of Slow cost 6 that turn, effectively making the card reveal for 3 Persuasion. We get our first point of the game with Staged Incident, and we hand Ilbon a lucky intrigue. Allegiance shows up on the row, and we will not be denying that card. It is a pretty good card for us. The problem is we'd have to find a way to get Spice. But at least in this manner, we know that we will at least be holding one alliance. With Esmar, now we've unlocked shipping access, and we also have enough spice for shifting allegiances. Our hand is not looking too good. We could think about playing our Ixion Probe, discarding 2 cards and drawing 2 cards, but I think maybe we might save that for a later turn. Lucky for us, Imperial Basin was still hanging around, so we get that, and we get to get some more spice. We pick up Freighter Fleet because it is another card that allows us to reveal and trash it at the same turn and get 2 shipping bumps off of it. As long as we can go to shipping at least once, we get the full effect of Freighter Fleet. Similarly, it's also very good because of Ixion Probe allows us to discard it and get a shipping bump. We go to selective reading and we trash out our DUNE because we need to get some more persuasion because we want to get a spice on this turn. We also draw Freighter Fleet if there's a chance that we actually get off the ability this turn, as long as we go to 2 spaces that have green, blue, or yellow symbols. Lucky for us, Mentat is open, and we decide to go down in spacing because we know we have Asmar Tuig. And we go up in Bene Gesserit and get that point. And the intrigue we draw is The spacing guild bump. Well, that's great. So now we can choose to shift down in spacing even one more time and go up in another faction. We go to Eric Key and hoping draw into a persuasion card. And we do. Now we have 6 persuasion and we've hit 2 spaces that are either green, blue, or yellow, meaning our coordination ability is activated. We could choose to early reel here and instantly get off the ability with Freighter Fleet. Since we have no better action, the only choice here is to early reel for a Spice Slow. And as we said, we reveal our Spider Blade, get a bump, and we trash it instantly. Although our hand does have some variety in it, it is better to play our Ixion Pro right now because we can discard our Esmar Tuic and get 2 Spice to go to select breeding. We know that we have another bump with the Spacing Guild because of our intrigue, so we can now instantly trash out Esmar Tuic, get another 2 Spice and 2 Solari, and pick up some more cards. Okay, we hit 7 Persuasion. we go to Medcat and pick up Shoots Fair. And lucky for us, we actually draw a Arrakis Liaison. It was a 50% chance that we drew a Liaison, and we did hit it. This allows us to play our shifting allegiances to a either green or yellow space, ideally Imperial Basin, and allows us to shift away and shift into another faction. We are obviously going to be shifting away from Bene Gesserit, but the question is, which alliance do we want to try to fight for? If we go up in Fremen, it allows us access to Siege Tabra. However, if we go up in Emperor, we can actually chase Ilbon for the alliance. Although we have another faction, yet again, it is the best play to early reel here and get a Spice of Slow. We also do trash one of our Spice of Slows because, as we know, our intrigues do not consist of either Corner of the Market or Grand Conspiracy. And we do not have Holtzman Engine either, so there's no need to keep the Spice of Slow. Since Helena decided to go Siege Tabra, now we can easily go pick up our spacing point and go interstellar shipping. It's best to go up and down because first of all, we get troop transports. Also, since we have 2 techs already, 1 more tech, and that's an endgame point with Machine Culture. The reason why I went up in Emperor is because we can chase the Emperor Alliance, as long as we get to go to Selective Breeding and get to draw our shifting allegiances. And if we don't draw our shifting allegiances, that is alright too, because then we can go up in Fremen, get that point. We go to Selective Breeding with our Shooter, allowing us to see up to 3 cards. First, we trash out a card we trash out our Dune, and we pick up our Spice of Slow and our Signet Ring. We discard the Signet Ring and we pick up a Liaison. This is not the best hand we wanted because the problem is we only have 6 Persuasion, so either we give up a Spice of Slow or we get our Fremen point. Now it's actually hurt us to go up in the Emperor faction, because now we don't get our Fremen point, or we miss out on Spice of Slow. It's been 2 rounds, and not much action has happened in this combat. Makes us wonder who is going to be winning this combat. Ideally, we do not want Helena to win this combat because they are sitting on 6 Solari and 4 Spice, allowing them to get up to 3 points from this combat. We play our Signet Ring and go to tech negotiation, allowing us to retain our 6 Persuasion while also picking up a tech, which is Machine Culture. Now, in this format, we've hit at least 10 points. It could have been 11 if we had not made the mistake to go up in Emperor, but it is what it is. Interesting. Helena decides to go interstellar shipping. Does she want to go get spice? Oh, interesting. Okay, she picks up Solari. This could only mean one of two things. Either Chome shares, or she has some big intrigues that she's gonna win this combat with, and wants more Solari for some reason. There's the Chome shares, and with this, the game most definitely will end. Helena also reveals 7 swords, allowing her to hit 10, and if she wins this combat, this is gonna be disastrous for us, because, well, the max we can hit is 11, as long as we get second in this combat, which I doubt is gonna happen, especially with Ilwan putting in 3 troops. Unfortunate for us that Helena does end up winning this combat, and she hits 12 points. We do have one endgame, putting us to 10. It depends on what Ilbon's endgames and what Ariana's endgames actually are. And apparently we get second in this game, allowing us to get 1 star, which will push us up from Platinum all the way to Masters.